Welcome friends, I am Dr. V.K. Chauhan, homeopathic physician. Revise with me homeopathic remedy Borax veneta. Common name is biborate of soda, natrum biboracicum and sodium biborate. Belongs to kingdom mineral kingdom. Formula is Na2B4 O7 10H2O and proved by Dr. Honeyman. This is part 1 PQR review, and the text is taken up from Ellen's keynote, and this is good for BHMS students and interns. So this is the book which we are following, keynotes and characteristics with comparison by H.C. Ellen. And going through this work, we find the symptoms are given in running text, and each sentence represents a PQR. Only drawback is that text is disorganized in sequence and continuity. This is the total text which we find, entire text we find in Ellen's keynote. And the original source of this text is the Herring's guiding symptom. So if we go through this particular text, you will find the total 9 ideas are there. Predominantly the central idea is about 9 PQRs we are going to deal here, and let us go for that. The first PQR is fear, and it is having 3 components. PQR 1A component is dread of downward motion in nearly all the complaints. So this is a symptom which belongs to mental general, and that too also in the emotional field, that is fear. And first B is great anxiety from downward motion. When lying, the child down on a couch or in the crib cries and clings to the nurse. When rocking, dancing, swinging, going down stairs rapidly or down a hill, horseback riding, and in this situation the fear because of downward motion increases so much that the patient or the subject or the client of Borax veneta becomes anxious. This is also a kind of PQR belonging to mental general and the domain of emotion in terms of fear. First C, PQR 1C, children awake suddenly screaming and grasping side of cradle without apparent cause. We have similar remedies, Apis cinastramonium, and this PQR also belongs to mental sphere and the domain of fear and anxiety. We have PQR2, excessively nervous, easily frightened by the slightest noise or an unusual sharp sound, a cough, sneeze, a cry, lighting a match, etc. Similar remedies are asaram and caladium. This symptom also belongs to mental general, and it has got in its core the emotional aspect, which is nervous, anxious, fearful components are there. Now we go to the PQR3. Hair becomes frowsy and tangled, splits, sticks together at the end, at the tips. If these bunches are cut off, they form again, cannot be combined or combed. And we have similar symptom in fluoric acid, lycopodium, sorinum, and tuberculinum. So it is a particular general belonging to head and hair. Now we go to the PQR4, eyelashes loaded with dry, gummy exudation, agglutinated in the morning, turn inwards and inflame the eye, especially at outer canthus, tendency to wild hairs. This is a symptom which belongs to eye and it is a particular general symptom. PQR5 is the nose, and in the nostril 5A, PQRA component, nostrils are crusty and inflamed. Tip of nose shining red. Red noses of young woman, that is also belonging to nose, a particular general symptom. And 5B PQR is stoppage of right nostril, or first right then left with constant blowing of nose. Similar remedies include ammonium carb, lacan, magnesia mure, and this is also a particular general belonging to the nose. PQR6 belongs to mouth and it is F3, PQR6A, F3 in the mouth, on the tongue, inside the cheek, easily bleeding when eating or touched, prevents child from nursing with hot mouth, dryness and thirst. We have similar remedy like arsenic, cracked and bleeding tongue. We have got aurum and we have then salivation, especially during dentition. This is a symptom or red line symptom which is in the mouth region and it is a particular general. So we'll go to the next. We go to the 6B component, F3, sore mouth, is worse from touch, eating salty or sour food of old people, often from plate of teeth, aluminum. And here we find this symptom belong to particular general mouth section. We have PQR7, child has frequent urination and screams before urine passes. We have similar remedies lycopodium, sanicula and sarsaparilla. This is also a particular general belonging to the urinary section. And we come to the PQR8, it is leucorrhea, profuse, albuminous, starchy with sensation as if warm water were flowing down for 2 weeks between the catamania. And here we have comparison bovista and conium. So it belongs to female sexual organs and it is a particular general here. We come to PQR9, skin unhealthy, slight injuries suppurate. We have similar remedies, calendula, hypersulf, Merck, silicea, and it is also a skin section, particular general. We go to the relationship, and in relationship, borax follows calcarea, sorinum, sanicula, and sulfur. It is followed by arsenic, bryonia, lycopodium, phosphorus, and silicea. It is incompatible with, should not be used before or after acetic acid, vinegar, and wine. Aggravation is downward motion from sudden slight noise, smoking which may bring on diarrhea, and damp cold weather before urinating. An emulsion is pressure holding painful side with hand. So friends, thank you very much for patient listening.